I don't want to discredit anything that King KSI, did in this atrocious Misfits boxing rigged fight. But let's look at Joe Fournier's record, right? Okay, let's see what KSI has to say.
And no disrespect to Pineda, he's a different sort of a pro boxer, let's say. This tonight was your first opponent that was a proper professional boxer.
Proper test.
So did you notice that when
Proper test. Let's look at Joe Fournier's record, right? Man started boxing in 2012, active years, let's say 2012 to 2023. He's had 11 years already. So Joe Fournier, total fights 10, 9 wins, 1 no contest. It should have been 2 no contests, but now it's 1 loss. So in total, 11 fights in a span of 11 years. I mean, he's 40 years old.
People are gonna doubt me, being like, "You have no chance. There's no way." And I'm like,
We're talking about a 4-year-old man with only 11 fights that started his career at 28.
"Try me, fam. Put me in the ring." Everyone's saying, "Oh, you've got power. This blah 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 blah." And then I show people me knocking them out.
Knocking him out with an elbow.
Beating them constantly, and then you're like, "Oh, he's not that good."
I mean, don't get me wrong. Fournier didn't do shit for a fighter who only has 10 matches. This dude is garbage. Like,
Fournier has called that an illegal shot. He's even going so far to say that it was an intentionally illegal shot. What's your response to that?
Well, I hit him with an overhand. He came through, trying to survive, right to the body. He's trying to grab hold of me, and then I gave him a right hook.
where?
Feel anything on the elbow? Is there any...
Honestly, it was so fast, I didn't even think that I hit him with elbow.
if you look back at it, sorry, just to jump in, but I've had these situations a few times before in boxing.
All right, name me one. Name me one situation where there was a pro fighter who elbowed somebody and didn't get DQ'd and won by knockout.
He throws the first flurry of punches. Fournier steps back. Clearly, those have rocked him. He comes in, and yes, there's a right hand that goes over. You can see the best shot is if you look behind the head. You see when the fist goes past the chin, the head moves. So the movement has been caused initially by the punch. Yes, there's a follow through. You can see it's not an elbow, actually, it's more of a forearm that comes across it. That happens in big fights. I've had it happen early this year with, refresh me, Raheem, Liam Smith and Chris Eubank Jr.
Inside the ring, Roy Jones. And here, up until this point, I thought Chris Eubank was starting to find his feet in the fight. But he was pulling out high from the get-go, which is risky. Smith timed it, brilliant right hand, his eyes almost shut, and that's probably the shot that does the big damage, big left in the fight. His feet starting to find his feet.
It happens in
But let's be real though. That fight with Liam Smith versus Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. was getting his shit rocked. Like, he was getting hit with flurry of punches, and that forearm that he's talking about didn't put Eubank down. He still kept on wanting to fight. So, like, Eubank wanted to keep fighting. The ref came in and stopped it. Whereas, like, this KSI one, clear elbow, straight KO, and that's it. Now, if this would have happened in the Eubank one, nope. I mean, I don't know what would have been, like, the turnover, if there would have been a DQ or no contest on that one. But Eubank was getting rocked. Like, he got knocked down, he got back up, Smith came back, he did some more. One punch, that forearm that he's talking about didn't put Eubank down. Whereas, like, this one with KSI's elbow or forearm put Fournier down. So it's different scenario. He's trying to justify it. Smith, that was, nobody was talking about it because it wasn't that big. Like, it wasn't, like, noticeable, right? Sure, there was, like, a forearm there, but Eubank still kept on fighting. It didn't, that forearm punch didn't put Eubank down.
in flurries of punches. You know, it's not intentional. It's absolutely not intentional.
And I do agree. I don't think it was intentional. People were saying, "Oh, it's intentional," or like, you know, he should be, you know, this is, and then it's like, first of all, it wasn't intentional. I will give him that. Like, it's in the moment.
It's nothing that's going to change the decision or something. It's something that happens in boxing, but it's not. There's no.
I mean, give me a situation where this actually happened. A fighter getting knocked out by an elbow. Like, give me a situation where in pro boxing this happens. You won't find me one. And if you do, props on you, but you won't find me one.
What?
That Jake Paul is better than you, that you'll be easy for
Okay, well,
I'll show you.
put me in the ring. Put me in the ring. Bro, amount of times Jake Paul hit with an overhand, and bro, like, Tommy just ate it. Jake Paul ain't got power like
Who have you knocked out? Who have you knocked out?
me, bro. I'm different.
It says KSI is like, I need to go to the final boss. Jake Paul's the final point. The final point. Like, the fact that he said that, come on now. You know Jake Paul has power. You can't deny me the fact that, you know, KSI is admitting that Jake Paul is the final boss.
Are you approaching fighting differently? Like the first round, a little unorthodox, awkward angles, and an intentional approach to the fight?
Yeah. That's, you know, like,
Yeah, this is a clown. This is saying that Jake Paul, you know, I'm on another level. Jake Paul isn't. Yet claiming that Jake Paul is the final boss, the final point. So get your shit straight. Get your shit straight, my guy. Come on now. Unintentional elbow, I'll tell you that. But this whole fight's a joke.